Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2. Vader Games in the building. You know what it is. CIA, Citeh Intelligent Agendas. Changed up the branding a little bit. I made things a little more central. I don't know if I'm going to keep it that way, but hopefully you guys enjoy. You recognize what's happening. I'm Vader Games. This is Vader Games TV. I'm literally running from the car, ending a meeting, coming right in. So I still have my jacket and stuff to remove, but I want to make sure that the show's going on. I know I started a little bit late. First things first, my peoples come first. My people, those that are here, those that are no longer here, thought of and always remembered. We got another episode, CIA. It's the newest one. And we got a few things to talk about. We got a lot of things to talk about. We got a lot. I did my show, Why Always Me, on Tuesday. We obviously post that had Champions League. I've been in the mix, talking with some of the group chat, some of the spaces. We had obviously the Champions League result where we had the draw. We got a lot to discuss, but it's clear. It is clear. And I'm going to shout out the very first to take their time, say, you know what, Vader and CIA, I messed with the show. I like what's going on in the comments first. I'm going to shout those out. And if you want to be a part of the show, you can do so yourself. Especially drop a like, drop a comment. I'll read your comment out. Be respectful, nothing disrespectful, but your comments on point. It will be shared and put up on screen. Rivals are ready. Rivals have been waiting. Rivals have been hungry. Rivals got to the point where they've been starving. So the hunger is real. They've been waiting for this. And when I say this, I don't mean the 1 or 2 occasional loss. I mean the 3, 4 no wins on the bounce. The fact that it was 4 losses on the bounce, they're salivating. These rivals are ready. They're like piranhas. They're like hyenas. They're like vultures. They've been circling for a while. Waiting. And now it's happened. We lost to Spurs. We had a draw in the Champions League. The losing streak's over, but the winless streak continues. We're going to discuss all of that. I'm going to bring the agents to the stage as we go through this combo. I just wanted to tackle a few things. Let me preset. Let me let you guys know where we're going with this. The attacks aren't going to stop. The rival attacks are not going to stop. All right. I see you backstage, agents. I'm going to bring you to the stage. The rivals aren't going to stop, but this show is going to prepare you. It's going to prepare you for how we will combat that. What we need to guard against, right? Who they're going to be targeting, and who we, counterintelligence, who we then need to go after as well. This is CIA, all right? So we need to be intelligent with what we do. They're going to have their tactics. They're going to have their angles. They're going to have their agendas. We're going to have ours to combat that. And we're going to discuss all of that on today's show. I'm going to have some amazing CIA agents. Let me shout out the very first in the comments, because showing me love, I got to show it back. The girl RK, hey, exclamation mark. She's in the building. She goes, Sharon first in the building. She also goes, a little faith for Sunday isn't a bad thing, right? A little faith, a lot of faith. The girl RK, a lot of faith is going to be needed. A lot. All right. We look good. On Tuesday, but we didn't play a full 90. We also weren't pressed for that full game. You saw how they kind of turned things up a notch in that second half. I think we can expect something very similar, but for a longer period of time from Liverpool. So it's gonna be something we're gonna talk about. We'll get into it. The girl K also says, "Thank you for showing up to these streets and facing the haters even after a big listen." The girl RK, the one thing these haters, rivals cannot say is that Vader ducks the smoke. They can't say that Vader doesn't show up to talk and represent Manchester City, win or lose. They can't do that. And many of you can't are just like me. You show up all the time. Now, I don't take any type of disrespect for my club. You can banter, you can throw out jazz, but when it gets disrespectful, I'm gonna punch back. I tell you all the time, I'm like Equalizer. All right, I'm like Equalizer. I won't start initially. I'm an older brother. I'm an older brother of 3. I'm used to protecting. I'm used to defending. I don't like seeing anything happening unfairly. I don't like bullies, right? But I was also taught, you know, shout out to my dad. I was taught you don't hit first, but make sure you hit last. So if rivals are attacking my club, we're attacking back. And this is what this show is going to be all about. We're going to deal with the rival agendas. They're set. They're set. And I'm going to bring the agents to the stage. We're going to discuss it. But the agendas are set. I'm going to bring up a few things and we're gonna exchange back and forth. Listen, because of the creation of the show, I'm the director. I'm the CIA director. But these agents all respected. All their points of view will be shared. And we're gonna make sure that we're ready. We're ready for these rivals. DC in the building. My girl DC, she goes, big up Vader in the chat. Much respect. Good looking out, everybody. She goes, let's support the boys and Pep no matter what. Absolutely. Now we support our players on the pitch, no matter what. Off the pitch, when they move sideways, hey, we kind of take a step back. They got to fix that stuff out. I'm not calling out anyone in particular, but yes, we got to support them on the pitch 100%. For as much as they've given us, for as much as they fought, put their bodies on the line for us and delivered some of these amazing trophies and memories, we gotta support them as well when they're having difficult times. It's only fair. Please, everyone hit the like button and subscribe to this immense channel. Thank you so very much, DC. DC, my girl, looking up. Don't start none, won't be none. That's right. That's right. Don't start none, won't be none. Zane in the building. My guy Vader, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. And funny enough, you show up just before we play you, Zane, just before we play you. But let me bring these agents to the stage because we're going to have a serious convo. Rival agendas are set. I'm going to bring the agents to the stage. Let me reveal them the way we do it proper over here, right? We got to do it properly. We got, you know what it is. Let me show you one more time. And we've got another agent. I'm going to bring them both to the stage at the same time. The beauty about this show is that we're able to have many agents and contributors. Let me bring Agent Kim and Agent Conway in the building. You know what it is? How you guys doing?
Good. As good as expected, I guess you can say.
As good as expected. I hear that. You know what? This show, and let me adjust let me make this properly. Nah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that for now. I'm doubling up. You know what? I'll fix that in production. We've got to strengthen up. We've slipped a little bit. We kind of took it like rivals knew their place. Rivals knew what we accomplished. Rival knew the history that we made, right? But rivals have been waiting, obviously. Rivals been waiting because of what we did here, because Manchester City did what no English team was able to do in the history of the game. Because we were able to do that, they've been waiting. They've been ready to pounce on us. They've been ready to pounce on us, and they're set with their agendas. And I want to share, I think, targets that we need to have, as well as who we need to defend. All right. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Take it to another place if it needs to be. But hear me out. First, and shout out to Conway and Kim in the building. Agents Conway and Kim. I'm seeing, and it's clear, guys, I don't think it's any surprise. These rivals are ready to tear down Phil Foden. They are prepared. They want to talk about how his last season player of the year is fraudulent. They want to talk about, players of that level should be doing it year after year. I think they're obviously attacking him prematurely. Has he had the best start? No. But they're clearly going after him. All right. They're clearly going after Phil Foden. They want to minimize and diminish what he did last season. This year, hear me out, Kim. If they're going after our Phil Foden, who delivered Player of the Year, who delivered us the trophies, then we need to prepare, CIA agents. We need to be prepared to go after Chelsea's Cole Palmer, We need to be able to go after Chelsea's Enzo Fernandez. We need to have those targets locked up. So they want to talk about how Phil isn't that guy. And I'm actually very disappointed. I'm disappointed that Chelsea, our Blue Brothers, are attacking us. It's messed up in my opinion. But if any Chelsea fan are going after Phil Foden or co-signing, we need to tear down Cole Palmer. We need to tear down Enzo Fernandez and point out how much they spent and what they delivered. And let me add this, as defensible as some may think, if they want to talk money with regards to Jack Grealish, we got to do the same thing with Enzo. Am I on point with that, Kim? Are you in agreement? If Chelsea fans go after our Phil Foden or
Yeah,
Jack, yeah,
absolutely. Especially to Enzo. They bought him from right after the World Cup, and he
and what has
hasn't
he done?
shown anything special. He's just like any other average 34 million player or 40 million player.
And I wouldn't normally attack Enzo. I wouldn't normally attack any Chelsea player, but the Blues, the Blue Alliance is messed up. Chelsea fans are actually attacking us now. So I want to put that on the target. I want to put that on the bulletin board. If there's another player over at Chelsea that you think we need to kind of keep within our target sites, please let me know. But that's who I want to keep on point. Now let's move from them to another London club, because the way they're quickly going after, and I see the comments, I'm gonna get to the comments. Thank you so very much. The same way they want to attack our Phil, the same way they want to attack some of our transfer spending. And again, Arsenal's track record aren't very good. They don't have a best track record with regards to who they've brought in to help them win league titles, but they clearly want to tear down Phil because of Saka. Now, I think we need to put Saka on that target list, Conway, and I think we need to show that if he is quote unquote that guy, if he is quote unquote better than a Phil Foden, if he also does more with less, if he doesn't happen to put in a player of the season type performance, I think we need to I think we need to start crashing it on Bukayo Saka. Is there anyone else over at Arsenal, or do you kind of agree or disagree with that targeting over any attacks for Phil Foden for that?
No, I agree 100%. It's not like I mean, he's a good player, but you know, he's is he an outstanding player? No, he's good for Arsenal, but he's not an outstanding player in that sense. I don't think he's above average, but not exceptional.
I hear it. I hear it. I see all the comments, and I put Zane's comment on the screen. This man said I have to spread the word leopard in the tree. Are you kidding me, Zane? I expected better. This leopard in the tree, it's so boring. You're Liverpool, most decorated English club. What is happening here? We've seen other clubs. You know what? Now we got to go on the Liverpool agenda, Zane. Now we got to go on the Liverpool agenda. Liverpool, most decorated, a list. You have a list of world class players, not my words. I would say your words and your fan base. Come on, let's be real. You can't be playing this underdog stuff. You can't be playing this underdog stuff when you look at the level of where the other opposing clubs are playing at. Let's you got to take every season for what it's worth. You can't be doing this leopard in the tree stuff. Come on, man. You were in a title race last season. Can't be doing this leopard in the tree, especially when you see how poor City are. And if you happen to get a result this weekend, this word needs to stop. Your emojis, your leopard and your tree, your palm tree emojis need to stop. You and all your others Liverpool fans that are running with this. Nasty, nasty work. Nasty work. Let me point out, Polma goes, only thing we are lacking is that we are not clinical enough and we lack confidence. It takes one win, Blues, to go and smash it. Pulma, Conway, I'm not sure if you're there, but I would actually disagree with our overall clinicalness. And hear me out.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah. And again, yes, we did not score in the Spurs game. That I think that's the asterisk, that's the anomaly for this season. But I think we've obviously been scoring enough because you got to score. You score one goal, you score two goals. How we've been defending, that should be enough to win. I think, and obviously for me, centrally it's the midfield, but I think how we've been looking defensively is what's been hurting us. I don't like this narrative too much on how they're trying to say we're not scoring enough or others aren't scoring as well because I think we've been scoring enough to win games. Yes, we want more deliverables from our wing player midfielders like we have from previous seasons. But if we're scoring one, two, and we're defensively sound like past seasons, that's enough. That's enough. But what do you think, Conway? Do you think there should be like more of a microscope on our attack, or do you think it's still, hey, let's be better in possession, let's be better out of possession defensively?
Yeah, no, first and foremost, big up to everyone, man. Like and subscribe
Yo,
the video.
large
Big
up,
up.
you know what it is.
Yeah, now, if you don't mind, before I answer that question,
Yeah.
let me just touch on the Foden thing real quick.
Yes.
Real,
Yes.
real quick. You are right. When it comes to one particular fan base, when we're mentioning rivals, number one fan base that can't seem to not mention Foden in any day is the Arsenal fan base.
Always.
The Arsenal fan base have a big issue with him. You would think that Foden did something personal to their club, but that's never been the case. I don't understand what the issue there is. We're not a rival with Arsenal per se. Yes, we are competing with the Premier League title with them, especially in the past two seasons. But I don't know what Foden's done to them, and it's all just to prop up their own player in Saka. But I, I don't know what the issue is.
I
So
don't know.
I do understand if they want to do it in regard to prop up Saka, the Arsenal fan base. They are rivals at the end of the day, so they shouldn't be saying anything positive about another club. But I have
True.
an issue, and the main issue that I have, and I've noticed that this season, is our own fan base has been a disgrace towards Phil Foden.
Yo,
Our own fan base.
you know what? We yeah. I'll give you leeway. We need to speak on that. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I've noticed it in spaces where I'm seeing people that support our club talking ill towards Foden just purely based on a bad start that he's had in the Premier League, and because he's been a brilliant player in the Champions League, in the Premier League this season, and they're talking as if like this guy's a bum player. This is a player that's lifted us, put us on his shoulders in order for us to complete a 4P last season. And instead of us supporting him, this is how we're talking about him. You would think that if you close your eyes and not looked at that person's profile, that's a rival speaking. But it's a City fan that's talking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's an absolute disgrace. So I'd understand if you support Liverpool, Arsenal, United, and you're talking ill towards City players. That's fine. You're meant to do that. You don't support my club. I don't expect you to say anything positive about my club. But if you support my club and your number one player that you can't seem to not talking negative about, and that player happens to be Phil Foden, especially, well, you got to look yourself in the mirror, man. You have to look yourself in the mirror because last season we had no business whatsoever to be winning that Premier League trophy. There were two teams above us in Liverpool and Arsenal at the end of March going into the international break, and then April we are still below those two teams. The fact that we clawed back two teams because it was a three-horse race last season and still win the league to complete a 4P, and Foden winning the Premier League Player of the Year and PFA Player of the Year, and you have the audacity to have this talk towards this player just because he's had a bad start in the Premier League with only 11 games or 12 games played so
This
far.
is it.
You
This is
need
it,
to have a
Conway.
good look in the mirror to yourself.
Conway, this is what I want to emphasize, and you're making a perfect point. When, and I don't want to bring too much of a connection to it, but when Sterling had the season that he had, and I know Sterling had, his mishaps, his errors within the Champions League, but I'm talking about a stint, an entire year. When you have the season like Phil had and what he delivered, how consistent he was, right? To do that for a season, 38 games and beyond because of other games played, to turn your back, to be like he's not that guy after 10, 11 games. This is where I'm just like you, Conway. I'm like, what am I hearing right now? Why are you buckling so quick? Why are you under pressure? Why are you seeing some of these poor results? and you're turning on your own so fast. That's the part where I'm like, there should be a lot more credit in the bank, a lot more, and for his poor form. And I don't go into the numbers like this. I think as CIA kind of evolves, I don't know agent wise who's a little more who enjoys being inside the numbers like that, or who enjoys some of those apps that do the comparisons or give you all the attacking stats and possession stats. But I know it's not registered in terms of goals and assists for Phil right now. But go and look at chances created. Go and look at what he actually means for Manchester City. We're poor overall. We're not as clinical as we used to be. But look at what he's creating when he's on the pitch. That's why I reserve. I'm holding back. I'm like, nah, I'm not about to crash it on Phil. I'm not about to say that he's been garbage. For the ones that are be like, he's not that guy. We can't center the team around him. We can't win if he's the one that's going to be the focal point. Y'all need to relax. Y'all need to stop. Let's see. We see how incredibly different we are without a proper six playing back there. So Phil is going to be needed, guys, and he's going to deliver for us. He was what just a few off from actually scoring for us. He's had some. He was unfortunately in the path of one from Jack in the Champions League. But listen, Phil is that guy. You don't win Player of the Year without being that good. Some of our fans are sounding. If you didn't know, like Conway said, if you were just listening, tuned in, you think that they were a rival. You would think that they were a rival. Let me go to these comments real quick. Zane goes, banter aside, hope Pep is well that he was saying in the presser responding to the scratches is no laughing matter. I think again, sarcasm is a sarcasm should is a difficult joke to play off. And obviously with him referring to the harming himself or whatever, again, I know in terms of certain matters you shouldn't joke about, but it wasn't cynical. It wasn't in terms of really making light for those that do suffer of it. This is a manager, putting all that aside, this is a manager that is obsessed. He's obsessed with winning and winning in a certain style. Not again, everybody has their approach on what they will do, what they're willing to do to win. Some will quote unquote cross that line, some will maybe play very pragmatic, and Pep is the one in terms of you want to think, and we get crashed on for this all the time for the City fans that do abide to this or buy into it. But there is a way to win, right? There is a nature to the sport. I know, obviously, when Pep chooses to play football and want that type of engagement with regards to a game, that's how he's going to approach it. I think, I think he gets unfairly overly criticized for it. But if an opposing manager chooses to be defensive, which Pep could easily choose to do, Pep could easily decide to like, hey, we're gonna defend for 90 minutes and take our chances on set pieces or counters. And we could design a team that way with just speedsters, but that's not how he approaches football. That's not what he thinks the beautiful or perfect game can be. And I admire that type of approach myself particularly. Nick goes, if City start to rise against Liverpool, then the title is achievable. Nick, that's a tough one, man. This game is I know it's early. I don't know if Conway or Kim are going to be like, Vader, shut up, you're crazy. I think this is a title decider. Not a title decider in whoever wins it, wins the title. I think this is a title decider in terms of who plays their football to win it. If that makes sense. If City are able to play and show that they're competing against the quality of this Liverpool with the weapons that we have, I think yeah, we're on and running because we can actually compete with anybody else remaining in the league. If it's a case of we show to be incredibly poor versus Liverpool, then again, I think it says this title's not in ours. It's not in our hands if we look that poor versus them, because I think the consistency is going to be there.
Do you know what it is? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Even if we beat Liverpool on Sunday, I'm not confident that we're going to win the title, because you need to look at it. If we beat Liverpool on Sunday, we're currently 8 points behind them. It would then be 5.
Yeah.
So we're 5 points behind Liverpool. I believe our next 2 games after that in the Premier League will be Nottingham Forest at home, and then we got Crystal Palace away. We would need to win those 2 games for me to say, okay, I'm confident, because we need to go in a run of games where
you want a 3-game win streak before you would say.
I would judge based on whether I can be confident in saying we can do a 5-peat by the time we play Crystal Palace. That's considering if we've beaten Liverpool and Nottingham Forest before we go there. Because
all right, let me throw this at
by
you.
the way, if Liverpool do beat us, we're not winning the league, because then that becomes a double-digit point gap.
If Liverpool beat us, you're saying the league's over. But if we beat
done.
Liverpool, you're then saying we need to win
Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace. Yeah.
No, that's too much, Conway. That's too much.
But we need to do it, though. We need to do it.
Okay. And that all matters only if that matters only if Liverpool don't continue to drop points in the 2 games that they have.
They have Newcastle away and Everton away after they play us.
So if they happen to drop points and we happen to drop points versus Newcastle,
Forest and Palace,
yeah, are you still kind of then we got to maybe push the timeline a little further?
No, I'm saying it's done.
What? No, man, nah. Okay, we're gonna have that combo. We're gonna have that combo with regards to what we do after Liverpool. And thank you everybody for being in the chat. I'm gonna make sure to get your comments on screen. I see a few new names in the building. Omar in the building. Thank you for the raid. Good looking out. Much appreciated. Go and subscribe. Those that are in the chat right now, if you don't happen to know Omar, go and subscribe to his channel. Show that love as well. Thank you so much. You know what it is. We good. Smash the likes, my man. Godfrey in the building. Big up Vader in the panel. 100. Of course. Zane, what are you saying? We have Newcastle away and Everton away, so our fixtures are difficult. That's true. And that's why I was asking Conway, if we happen to lose to Liverpool and you guys happen to drop points to Newcastle or Everton, is the change in terms of how. But I hear what Conway's saying. Conway essentially wants us, who are currently on a 4-game losing streak, 5-game unwinning streak, or 5-game not winning streak.
6, by the way. 6, actually.
It's 6. He wants us to go on a 3-game winning streak before he says he's confident that we're winning the title.
Yeah,
we're gonna revisit this. We're gonna revisit this. 100%. EH in the building. He goes, Southampton gifted 3 points. Gifted 3 goals, Liverpool. This game versus Liverpool. Let's break this down. And thank you everybody for being in the chat. And again, agenda-wise, listen, we talked about agendas coming from Chelsea. We'll deal with you guys. Chelsea, we're supposed to be brothers. You come after one of ours, we're gonna have to go after one of yours. And it hurts me to go after Cole Palmer, but I'll do it. If you go after anyone else, I'll go after Enzo. So y'all better relax. And let's not talk about Reece James, all right? Y'all want to be talking about Kyle Walker. Let's not talk about Reece James. But we know who we want to attack over at Chelsea. We know who we're going to attack if any Arsenal fan pipes up. If any Arsenal fan pipes up, we know who we're talking about over at Arsenal. Saka, you better relax. All right? You know you trying to say you're world class. All right? Well, deliver something. Carry your club to a win, meaningful win, trophy win. That's what Arsenal are supposed to be about. So let's relax with all this world class until you do world class things. Liverpool, y'all stay humble. But if you happen to go after anything with regards to Manchester City, it's not going to work out well, because you guys obviously are the most historied club, and you've let us go and do something that you weren't able to do with the 4-peat. If you're attacking any of our players, listen, and I think this is the most difficult thing, and obviously it gets dismissed, swept underneath the rug. But I know this in real life. I think we all know this in our own experiences. Staying at that winning level, staying at the top all the time, investing to remain there all the time is very difficult. things happen in spells, things happen in seasons. I'm curious to see how the club battles through this, but I think it was going to happen, unfortunately, eventually. Unfortunately, it was going to happen. Not like this, no one expected this, but this is where when other clubs can take a season off, they can win it 1 year, they can fall to second the next year, they can fall to fourth or fall to fifth. We haven't had that luxury over the years, and it's very difficult because when you see great clubs like the Uniteds, like the Liverpools, like the Arsenals not able to stay there, for it to happen at your club, it's almost like a changing of the guard. It's almost like the changing of the seasons. It is going to happen. Zane goes, the ultimate test for Slot in in my opinion, is Pep is top is 3/4 the manager of all time. Wait. The ultimate test for Arnie Slot, is is top three, top four manager. Okay, so Arnie Slot is going up against. Okay, he's going up against the top three, top four manager of all time. So that is a tremendous test for Slot. It is. Um, he's taking a very well structured team to do it. And this is obviously Liverpool fans. You're supposed to downplay this. You're supposed to, underplay this whole thing. This leopard in the tree, like Zane came in the chat with the leopard in the tree. But you've had you have winners all across your club, all across your starting 11, all across players on the bench, right? So to get them to be playing at this level is great, but it's not a surprise because the only surprise is from a manager standpoint. These players could actually essentially be on cruise control because they've challenged for Prem titles before, only losing by 1 point. They were in a title race just last year and probably incredibly disappointed. They probably feel like they got things to kind of like deliver on because they weren't able to do it for their manager last year. So ultimate test, yeah, club that he's doing it with and the players that he has, he's very fortunate. He came into a very good situation. Very good situation. Adam, my dude, good looking out. Oh, did I post this? My bad. I don't think I po- My bad. I don't think I posted this in the yeah. Silly. Silly. I didn't post the guest invite. My bad. Sorry for the break in action. Let me also do this so you guys can see the branding.
Vader game.
All right, boom. And I hope I sent it to another person as well. All right, there, and we're gonna have some more agents joining, I think. Good looking out now, and I see the comments on screen. goes, this City team lacks quality. He says lacks quality. I think we lack health. We lack health right now, to be honest
The
with
quality
you.
is there.
Yeah, I agree.
The
Tim.
quality is definitely there. If you look at it and how we're playing, how we're doing, it's not like we're doing mistakes. It's the mentality that is more the problem, and a little bit of the physicality, as Pep says, we have to play. He's playing people who's not 100% fit,
Yeah,
who still has those small injuries, who's not perfect, who will not be able to play perfect because they still have injuries left in them. I mean, look at the way we played against Feyenoord. I mean, we were great for 75 70 to 75 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Until they scored that first goal, we were doing good. We were solid. We were showing, but whatever reason, once they got that one goal, we kind of just fell apart and decided, oh well, it's over. Almost like we gave up.
I think we were incredibly sloppy with how we defended to close that out, and I
Oh yeah,
don't
for
like
sure.
I don't like that side of things with regards to our club right now. We're seeing very tired legs late in games. We're seeing almost like even tired focus, like tired mentally in terms
Yeah.
of what they're paying attention to, how they're reading the game, and that's always hard to see. I think I think Pep just needs to find the right combination in terms of skill, understanding, and as much as they want to joke about, we do need pace and power in that midfield. We do need players that are going to be able to track and run back or sniff out dangers, and that's going to require the physicality um, to be able to do it. It's going to be able to go side to side and up and down that pitch, and we are lacking it. Late in games, I think teams are taking their chances if they do see some of those older players on the pitch to run at them, to take them on a run. So yeah, Pep's got to figure that out. Mo is building. Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
No, I think maybe it's almost better that if Pep decides to not necessarily start Gundogan or Kovacic, but have them be ready to come on, to perform, to give their full 30, 45 minutes at the end of the game. Because I think we have enough to be able to control it for the first part of the game. But we need the control of the Gundogan. Yeah, no, they can't do the 90 minutes, but they can do 50 or 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Or, you know, so he should change up because his Pep style is not going to change. You know, people are saying, well, you know, you should play more defensively when you're not able to do this, not able to do that. Pep is never going to do that. He said so. Yeah. He was asked that in a press conference, and he said no.
Yeah, it's not.
This is why we won 4P in a row. It's because of this style.
Exactly, and that's why I'm in agreement as well. I think when some rivals want to talk about how he needs to change his style, I think there's some things to do situationally, like we saw in our trouble-winning season, like he would adjust players or how we were in possession, how we were out of possession. But
yeah,
it's not a matter of, oh, we're not going to continue to want to have the majority of the possession, or we're not going to essentially commit or occupy the same portions of the pitch as we try to score. Honestly, they were errors that cost us that lead or cost us the win in that Champions League game. It was errors, not a system change. Mo wants to say, yes, Vader, football is cyclical. Sometimes you are on top, and sometimes all your players play like cannon fodder. Up to Pep to get it right. Yeah, I think Pep gets it right. I think he picks the right players. I think he gets the right combination in midfield and the right combination in defense with regards to the back four. Now, I don't think I got a chance to share this with Conway, but I watched games for the second time, win or lose. First game, I'm emotional. I'm all over the place. I'm pacing. I'm changing what I'm wearing in the hopes that it's going to help the team win. I'm putting the scarf over my head. I'm doing all kinds of things, right? The second game, I put it on the big screen. I lean back. I got it. I'm pausing it here and there. I'm kind of seeing where certain players are. The one thing I want to point out, and I said this on my Why Always Me show, Pep, please. Conway, if you happen to see Pep, you run into him. Pep, accept my DMs, please. Accept my emails. I have something to share, and I think it can be beneficial. I consume a lot of North American sports, and Pep, you do as well. You helped the Boston Celtics win their championship. I saw you out there giving instructions. You know this. Sometimes where the ball is on the pitch and who has it and where certain players make their runs, it's all choreographed. Sometimes there's different triggers. As there are triggers on when you press, there's also triggers on when you make your run or how you cut across a certain defender's path. I have some ideas. I think they would make some things a little easier in that final third. Please accept my DMs and my email. But let me shout out my man Adam in the building. He goes, I'm driving at the moment on my way. No worries, man. No worries. Also got Mo says lack of confidence.
The confidence is coming back. I felt when we played against Feyenoord, we had a lot more confidence. The confidence was there against Feyenoord. It was just that the defense was not able to do their part of the job as we have. I mean, if you look at Haaland, he was scoring again. Gundogan was scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it around the box. We were there. We were much more clinical than we have been in the last few games.
I agree.
So the confidence is coming back. It's there.
I
At
think
least
I felt yeah.
it's
And
starting to show that we have it. But
Kim, what I want to see as well is I want to see a little more resilience when things do go sideways a little bit. And
no,
honestly,
that's obviously, yeah,
yeah, for the
for
majority of
sure.
the players, I think they're on point. I think everything's kind of calm, but you want to see, and honestly, the last time I saw it was the Real Madrid crumble that we had, where one goal went in, and they were like, everybody seemed to be shook. Our
Yeah,
trouble winning season, the season after, I think everyone was like, you know what, we're still going to do this regardless of what happened. Even earlier in this season, us going down, us battling to the final 90th, 90 plus minute, I think we had that resiliency. But when we are making these defensive errors, that's where to a man, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who's going to be that leader on the pitch in the locker room. I'm going to bring my next agent to the stage shortly. But I need them to look in each other's eyes and be like, guys, we're not letting this happen. We're going to fix up. We're going to get this result. We're going to get this win and move on, so on. Another other comment I want to share happens to be Zane. Zane goes, don't do what Real Madrid did yesterday and park the bus and got slapped.
they
Zane,
didn't really. I
Zane, you
don't. They didn't actually really park the bus yesterday. I don't think they did.
they didn't park the bus. They did
No.
try. They did approach them kind of not as defensive, but similar to what they did to us. They were trying to get them on a counter. Like that was definitely an emphasis. They were trying to
Yeah, of
essentially
course.
bypass the midfield. But that's not. They didn't park the bus, Zane. I don't think they went that far. They didn't do. And yes, of course, Arsenal were a man down, but they didn't defend like that against you
No,
guys.
they didn't do 11 behind the ball or 10 behind the ball. It was, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Mo says it right here. Mo says Madrid parked the bus. Yeah. Similar, and we're in agreement. Similar to what they did to City, but not. They didn't do it to the same level versus Liverpool, and they were a lot more wasteful. They were.
yeah, they
Dre
were.
P in the
They were.
building. Love the heading. Rivals depend on City to fall off to win. They do not raise their level. I had to talk about it. And I'm gonna bring the next agent. Actually, when I see him on camera, I'm gonna bring the next agent to the stage. But we've got another person backstage, which is absolutely fantastic. But Dre P, this is the thing. This is the scary part. All right. Of all the ownerships, of all the clubs, when there is a drop of blood, they're on the attack. When there is like a substantial cut, they pounce on it. And I had to say, when we did back to back, FSG, Liverpool took their chances. We now did double of what a back to back is. We now won a four-peat and have fumbled. And I'm going to get this next agent to actually discuss how dangerous this club is, not necessarily because they're able to beat us when we're at our full power, but when we've stumbled, even so slightly, they've been prepared to pounce. And let me bring this next agent to the stage. Let me hint at it. You'll know him. And whenever he's to the stage, let me tell you guys, I know this is like a digital era. Everybody's got their smartphones, their laptops, their tablets. Go out, get pen and paper. Go out and get pen and paper for this next agent that's coming to. Go out and get pen and paper. My agent, Professor Hamza, what it
Professor,
do?
How you guys doing? I'm doing very well. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear, man. Loud and clear. Good to have you.
Absolutely. I can't. It's an have to smile despite our little bit of a dip. You know?
I know.
Because you know we're different, man. We know we're different animals. We've been there, a little bit been there before last year. We lost 3. Now we're back, man. I hope I can cheer up everyone.
Nah, it's been good. It's been a good convo. Early on, I said how we all need to prepare to have our counter intelligent points when rivals come at us. We already see how our blue brothers have turned on us. Chelsea are talking about Phil Foden, so now I have to attack Cole Palmer. I have to attack Enzo
Hmm.
Fernandez. I got to
Yeah.
attack Reece James because they're attacking Phil Foden.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Arsenal are attacking Phil, so we got to go after their Saka and point out, well, if he's just as good as Phil, win your Player of the Year award. Go out and do that. So they're forcing us to have to go at them. United, they let's see them actually win something before we go after them. But Professor, we talked about Arsenal the last few seasons. If there's a club that's going to take advantage of us stumbling a bit, it's Liverpool. Can you speak on what you think they may do over the weekend, or they may do for the season?
I think. Listen, we have to give them credit being top, and Liverpool are top of the league. You know, no doubt about it. But the rest doesn't fit. The race doesn't finish until May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've seen that when you've seen a guy celebrates, gets the touchline, and then you beat him to the thing.
Yeah.
Listen, they're top of the league. Some of their players have done it at the top level. They've won the league. Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Salah. They've been there before. Yeah. We had players who won major trophies like McAllister World Cup. Diaz won it with Porto, probably the league. These guys, they've done it before. So they know what it takes to win.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they've got world-class players like Trent, Van Dijk, Mo Salah. And you know what? One thing that's going on their way is the fact that they've not had any major injuries. I want to talk to you about major injuries.
Yeah.
They haven't had the Mo Salah out for 7 months, 6 months. We've had KDB out for 6 months last season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've had KDB out a couple of years ago for the whole year. And Bernardo had to carry us.
Yeah.
We had Rodri now out. Yeah, we've had adversity this year that I think any club that goes through this adversity
would struggle.
is nailed.
Yeah.
Like you talk about the whole back line missing. Yeah, whole back line nearly missing. Team that's been playing.
I think it was the when we won it in 21-22 season there.
Your microphone, Kim. Can you disconnect and reconnect? Your microphone just kind of it went digital. I was just gonna say we've had some of those injuries. When Liverpool have had their injuries, they've obviously definitely fallen off. But this game on the weekend, this revenge game that they just had versus Real Madrid, we know Liverpool have been waiting. And when I say Liverpool, I mean them and the fan base. Obviously, Slot's new to the club, but they've been.
This is the perfect time they wanted to play City.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time they wanted to play City. They didn't want to play City at the beginning of the season. They didn't want to play City at the end of the season. They didn't want to play City. They wanted to play City in their home at this time. This is just on their day. And to me, listen, we've talked about it so many times. I said it before, guys. It's about trying to. Players have to this is just you have to.
Yeah, you have to fight.
I don't need to motivate you. This is fight. Show me if you really are playing for that club. Show me. You need to stand up because I've seen clubs. I've seen Mourinho with his nearly B squad going to their ground and stopping them winning the league. And then we won the league. I think we can go there, but we can't play naive how we've been playing so naive. No way.
No.
What do I mean by that? You can't just keep attacking because they can say, listen, let them pass around. Let them pass around. That's what they'll be told. If I'm honest, I say, listen, act dumb, let them pass around, come, give them that confidence. Give them that confidence that they can do something. Then when you get the ball, play about it and take advantage. I want Diaz that side, Nunes this side. I want Gakpo that side, and I want Salah. I want you three run.
Yeah, they're going to be sprinting. Yeah,
Exactly.
they're going to be track stars against us in this game, and I
Mm.
think
If they play highlight, keep playing the ball ahead of them. And thing is, the capitulation of final was bad, man.
yeah, it was bad.
Yes, unforgivable. Unforgivable.
Honestly,
That's why they need to act on this. They need to
yeah,
act. And I'm sorry
it's
to
going to
say
be a long 90 minutes. But my biggest thing too with regards to this game is I at the end of the day I want to see fight from every player. I want to see fight from every player because I'm the fan where win or lose I'm watching for the full 90 because I'm actually watching to see who gets subbed on and plays, who's
Yeah.
remaining on that pitch and plays. If a player quits on me, I can't forget it. Like it stays in my head, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna want you out eventually because I've seen you quit. I don't like that. I don't want to go and revisit things, but when I've seen things like what Cancelo did a couple seasons ago,
Nope.
you can't remain at the club. It just does not work. So I want to see who fights in this game, regardless of the result. I want to see who fights. I also want to see whoever the midfield is, Professor Kim Conway, know that Liverpool's midfield are racing. They will have the ball and they're going to run with it. Maybe they'll pass, maybe they'll do some 1-2s, maybe they'll carry it, but they're going to try to run through our midfield and we need to be prepared to not just defend with the back four. We're not stopping them with just our back four. Our midfielders are going to have to get back there. I don't want to see any half jogging, but this game's going to be intense. I also realized that True City Fan is doing his show at this time. That's actually why I did this show an hour early. And I want to make sure that obviously the support that we have here also supports them over there. Um, let's for assignment, my CIA agents for assignment. We are going to continue to add to all of the counterintelligence agendas for these rivals. Obviously, the main culprits are Chelsea, surprisingly, and Arsenal. United, they're always going to hate on us. They're always going to try to throw in their jabs. And honestly, actually, let me take that back. The biggest thing that we're going to have to combat versus United is this manager conversation. They're trying to now diminish Pep for what he's going through right now and they're trying to large up what Sir Alex Ferguson did. But there has been the manager, you can have the conversation. We can argue. Manager the manager, Pep obviously had the better versus, right? In this era, in terms of versus comparison, Pep had the better versus Sir Alex Ferguson. Career wise, Sir Alex Ferguson, longer career. Pep, his career is still going. But with regards to the Prem, when we want to talk English League, the first 8 years of Sir Alex Ferguson is what you need to be comparing the first 8 years of Pep. Do
Mhm.
that, and I think you know who the better manager is. Longevity is a different conversation. And longevity is actually the advantage that most United legends and all their conversations happen to be because their players played forever. Different era, different time. Um, Also, let's also keep in mind because there's going to be preview shows. I'm hoping to maybe link up with you guys again, maybe on Saturday, even briefly, whether it's through Twitter X Spaces or even a show. But we're going to have to closer to the game day, closer to the game versus Liverpool. I think we'll have to talk again. Um,
Mm.
but Liverpool, obviously, this is the revenge game. This is a revenge game. The way they were all amped up, the way Mo Salah had so much to talk about going into the Real Madrid game, this is a revenge game with regards to Manchester City. They are going to attack us because we look our weakest. And like Dre P mentioned in the comments, and actually I want to put this on screen. Dre P goes, also, I personally love what Slot is doing. He's proving that Liverpool had a quality squad. Um, they did not win due to low budget. They lost because City and Pep were better than Klopp. That's 100%. And you see what they're doing this year. Dre P, you're actually spot on. And I had to point out that rivals are able to tackle us and probably able to win this league, not because of tremendous great quality, but because of our fall off. And that's on us. That's on us. We'll have to fix up. Um, Real quick, if you guys were to say right now, before we even see a lineup, before we even see who's available, would you predict that Pep has a surprise? Would you predict a surprise 11 versus Liverpool? Or would you say, you know what, maybe we'll be off one or two players, but nah, Pep's going to be pretty consistent with who he plays, maybe something similar to what we saw in Champions League versus Liverpool. I'm going to start with you, Conway.
Yeah, Pep's got to try something different against Liverpool. He has to.
Where on the pitch? In attack, in mid, or in defense?
In defense. But considering the number of defenders that we have available at the moment, the back line could potentially be Walker, Diaz, Akanji, Guardiola. But I'd include Ake to that and make it a 5 at the back, because we have to drop our ego and pride going into that game. Not just the game at Anfield because we're playing Liverpool, but even in the midweek fixture when we play Nottingham Forest. Because at the moment, we don't have an issue in terms of scoring goals. We put 3 past Feyenoord, but we need to go back to the basics, and the first basic that we need to go back to and solidify is our defense. We need to do that. So hopefully Pep does that, but I doubt he will do that.
Okay. Please, Kim, can you continue talking? And after Kim, Professor, if you can share what you think the possible, whether you would have a surprise 11 or pretty much consistent. I'll be right back.
No, I think that he's going to play a solid defense this time. I don't think it's going to put Guardiola. I think that he will use Akanji. And like you said, I believe he will use Diaz, Walker, and Stones, possibly Ake, but I'm not sure. But definitely, I don't think he's going to use Guardiola because of the attack of Liverpool. But I think everything else will be pretty much the same as usual. I think if Gundogan is going to have to start, he's going to use Nunes up there, and yeah, who is going to bring in the front except for Haaland? I'm not sure. If it's going to be Grealish on the right, then hopefully he will use Savinho because I think Savinho would be key also in that game.
Yeah, Hamza, what do you think?
I was gonna ask, would you guys consider going 5 at the back?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what Conway said.
Yeah.
Five in the back. Is that what you said, Hamza?
5-4-1. Yeah, I'll play Walker, Vardio, Akanji, Diaz, and Ake.
I don't think he's going to do a 5 in the back.
I'm going 5-3-2. I'm doing 5-3-2.
That's what I'll say. 5-4-1.
5-4-1 or 5-3-2. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because basically Haaland up front, just pack that midfield. Would he play wingers then?
No, I'm not playing wingers. I'm having my front two will be Foden and Haaland.
That's it. That's what I said. The same thing. You're exactly like me. So, and who would be your 2 midfielders?
My midfield is Nunes, Gundogan, and what's his name, Bernardo, and then bring on KDB second half.
And then the other wing, Savio.
No, I'm not playing Savio in that game.
I'm not playing this Savio. It's too naive.
Yeah.
Who did Grealish I play?
Grealish you would play, but would you put him in midfield?
I'm putting the wing. He tracks back. He helps back.
But we have 5 at the back.
Basically just frustrate Liverpool.
I'm not allowing Vardy and Walker to go
if
forward.
Do what Nottingham Forest did. Wait for them.
Exactly.
And hit them on the counter.
It might sound crazy, but Pep needs to take a notebook out of Nuno's page. It sounds insane.
Just pack the bus and let them shoot whatever it is.
Pep is not going to change his style. He's not going to do a 180 or even a 90 degrees. He's going to do maybe a 20 degrees change. He's not going to go 90. He's never going to play a full defense. It's just
the way. But how we set up without the ball defensively. I'm hearing you guys out. Personnel, I'm not too sure if he would play those 5 defenders. I also want to point out Dre P, and I see everybody in the comments. Yo, large up my guy, E. Gal in the building. Sent over a few of you Arsenal fans with a raid. Good looking out, AMG. Appreciate it. But Dre P says, if City sit back and stay solid and go on the break with the pace of Holland and Savio, City could still nick a result, and City need to be physical. I kind of hear it. The problem is, the problem is pace is going to be very difficult because I see Konate and Van Dijk just paying all their attention to Holland. So that's going to be a challenge in itself. The counters might be expected from, I think, from it being we get the depth along the wings, and then there's something that delivers centrally. But we'll see. Let's see. Large up everybody in the raid. We're gonna batter you. Okay, all right. We'll see. You better be here post show. I'm gonna make sure I clip this up. Egal, good looking out. Man City are going down, bro. You've been saying that for how many years now, Egal? How many years have you been saying this?
Do you know what's funny, babe? We haven't won in the past 6 games, but we're still above Arsenal in the league.
That's that's crazy. Actually, we look horrible. Egal will tell me, Vader, you guys look like garbage, and we're still above you. We're still above you.
We're still second.
Crazy. We're gonna talk about it. Yo, that's right. He's not even behind us. He's not. Arsenal are not even third. Relax, Egal.
Chelsea is third. They're fourth.
Crazy. Konate out for a week. Konate's out for a week. Damn.
No, we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Yeah, they might be.
It's not, is it?
That's what they're saying.
We don't know yet.
Your
He's
mic's
got
messing up again.
meniscus injury. He's out for a few weeks, man.
Yeah,
we don't know yet. We don't know.
I'm going. This might be disinformation. You know how they like to move. I remember how Arteta was moving with fake information. Liverpool might be doing the same. Good looking out, Egal. This weekend, that changes. Okay, you're gonna be above us after this weekend. Listen, he wants Liverpool to do the dirty work now. Egal wants Liverpool to do the dirty work.
Egal's supporting us on Arsenal fans are supporting us.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. They're like, go City. They want their result. I'm gonna have to mute you, Kim, because I think I'm getting a little bit of feedback. But guys, with this raid, please, if you're here for the first time, and I appreciate my dude, Egal, we're gonna be linking up tomorrow. Obviously, Egal has his panel show. He has the rivals giving their thing. I try to hold my own. All right. I try to hold my own, represent City as best as I can. The same way Conway and Kim do their thing when they're over in Twitter X Spaces. The same way Professor Hamza, Twitter X Spaces, YouTube, and obviously he delivers and gives you guys those TikToks. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to this, I'm Vader Games TV, humble channel. I haven't quite hit the 800 mark. I haven't hit the 1K mark, but I'm getting there. Be a part of this show. Be a part of the channel to help me get there. We talk a lot of football. And I give you see what's happening right here. I just armed my city fan base with some counter agendas for what you guys have been taking out, especially you Arsenal fans. Every damn minute, you're trying to take shots at my man, Bukayo Saka. You're taking Bukayo Saka and you're trying to set him up to be.
You mean Foden?
No, yeah. But I respect Bukayo. I honestly do. I like him as a player. Like when he was on the come up, I was like, yeah, I'm rooting for him. And you guys have twisted all of this because you want to attack Phil Foden, my star boy. Actually, he's not a star boy anymore. He's a man. When you win Player of the Year, you're not a boy anymore.
You're become a man.
You're a man. So you guys keep attacking him. Y'all need to relax. Especially Egal with his overinflated agendas. But listen, we'll see who's ranked where or who's in the standings afterwards. You see the panel I got. Kim, his microphone's not quite clean today, but he's quality CIA agent. Conway off screen because he's on assignment right now. You can't see Conway. I can't let you know what he looks like because he's able to be amongst you guys. So he's not on screen. And listen, all you Arsenal fans, get your pen, get your paper, get your pencil, or get your notepad. Take notes when the professor's in the building. All right? I'm trying to do the show once a week. I'm going to float around between the time of whether it's going to be 7 or 8 o'clock UK time. But this is CIA, Citeh Intelligent Agendas. Oh, this guy, this rival. Mike Dawes has the most chest right now. Liverpool fan. He goes, of course, the passive aggressive title, saying City at their worst, and it has nothing to do with Liverpool only dropping points in 2 games out of 18. This is sorry, Mike. This is with regards to overall title, winning the title. Because what do I say? Liverpool win the Prem. I'm not talking about where you are in the standings. I'm saying Liverpool win the Prem when City aren't at their best. When City are actually at their worst and Liverpool are at their best is when you win. I'm talking about the Prem. I'm not talking about the standings. Much respect to you in the standings right now. I'm not taking anything away from that. Let's not try and manipulate what's being said. The words are right there. And I'll say it out loud for everybody in the chat so you know it's all on the up and up. But the title reads, newest CIA, newest intelligent agenda. Liverpool win the Prem when at their best. And City are at their worst. I'm not taking anything away for where you are in the standings right now. I'm talking about if you are to go on and win this Prem title, it's because City are at its worst. Like you did after we won back to back. All right? You find a way. You find a very good way to be able to do that. This ain't gaslighting. It's right there. Come on, Mike. How else would you say? How else would you phrase Liverpool winning the Prem when they won it? All right? And I can go crazy agenda on you too, Mike. I can go crazy agenda with regards to Liverpool, and now it's all kind of swept under the rug. But remember when you guys had those inhalers? Remember that? And we were dealing with a respiratory type shutdown? All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. We'll talk about that at another time. I won't go full agenda on you, but let's relax on this one. Liverpool and City playing on the weekend. It's going to be an epic game. We're going to talk more about it. We're going to do some previews. I see all of you in the comments. The comments have been tremendous. I wish I could put all of them on screen. AMG goes, we got Tottenham to do our dirty work for. Okay. Spurs did the dirty work. Yeah, that's crazy. Arsenal rooting for Spurs to do something wild. Troy King in the building. If we beat City, we're going to win the treble. See, Troy King, I had to put this comment on screen. You are actually being modest compared to some of the other Liverpool fans that have been talking. Mike wants to talk about, oh, you guys are you guys are at the standings right now. You've only dropped 2 points. But I've heard Liverpool fans already talk about winning more than the treble. You guys are still capable of winning a quad. Am I wrong? Troy, you guys are still able to win a quad. I've heard your fan base talk about winning a quad.
They think they're gonna win the quad, yeah.
They think they're winning the quad. You're top of the Champions League right now. You're top of the league. You see how 4 in a row. You've seen how we've been holding it down and how poor we look, right?
But
Go ahead, Professor.
I just think it's disrespect. A lot of Liverpool fans are disrespecting their players, and I'll tell you one thing: like if I'm top of the league, and I probably go 11 points clear on Sunday, I'll say I'm winning the league. And if I'm top of the league, and failure to say so shows you that if they win the league, they only won the league by luck. Because they didn't believe that team was good enough. Because you can't change the narrative. You can't be a hypocrite. A lot of Liverpool fans don't believe in their team. No. They don't believe they can win the league. A lot of them. We're talking about
Hamza, if you're 11 points.
If I'm a Liverpool player like Van Dijk and Mo Salah, I'm thinking, you don't believe in me. You don't believe in our players. You come to our games and you really believe we're top of the league. And we can't do it. That means you really don't believe in the team.
It's wild.
That's what Liverpool fans are. Those fans that don't believe they can win the league are shameful to their football club.
Facts.
City fans. I respect City fans for one thing. We had chest. We said we're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. City fans weren't scared.
But Professor Conway, should we in this era, in this day and age of mental health, should we not be a little more understanding for the scarring that we've done to them? for the
PTSD.
trauma. Yeah, for the trauma that they have, because maybe that's why Troy King, maybe that's why Mike Dawes LFC are talking about one game at a time because of the trauma of what we've caused for them to be like, you know what, I'm not talking about winning the league. Well, Troy King's saying trouble, but Mike Dawes wants to say, you know what, one game at a time. Oh, and I brought him to the stage before even giving him his proper intro. Let me do that. My bad. My bad. Where is it? Damn it. There it is. My dude Pablo in the building. Sorry about
it's
that. How you
late,
doing,
bro.
man?
I'm good, bro. How you doing, man? Sorry, I'm
I'm
late.
all
Big up
right.
to
I'm all right.
everyone.
We're dealing
We're
with
winning
the
Sunday. You ready for Sunday? We are gonna smash these fucking lot. We are gonna smash these lot. They think they can mess with the champions. 4 in a row. No team
They
has
think
done
they
4 in
can.
a row.
They
They
think
can't
they
mess
can.
with a team like this. We're gonna smash them, bro.
All right. All right. Troy King saying, surely we beat you by at least 5. What? He must think we're United or something. We're the other Manchester. We're the proper Manchester club. You putting 5 on anyone. That's the Reds. That's the Rags. That ain't us. You need to relax. What else does Mike says? Sorry, Mike goes, we play one game at a time here. That's it. I follow my manager. Don't care for titles in November. Okay. Okay. If you happen in December, because the game's going to be played in December, if I'm correct, if you happen to go up 11 points, and you being the most decorated, most honored English club in the world, if you happen to go up 11 points versus Little Old City versus Arsenal, and you are not going to have chess about winning this league, I I don't know
Yo,
why. I don't know.
What is this? What is this? We play one game at a time, like literally. I follow my manager.
This
Like,
is the scarring.
that's low class. Like, what kind of mentality is that? Like, you talk with just we got 6 European champions. We are the, but you talk like a little club.
Yeah. He's
Like,
moving worse than
no one
Leicester
understands.
did when they won theirs. He's moving worse than
Exactly.
Leicester.
Liverpool fans, if you're a big club, do you think Madrid are not saying they can win La Liga? They say they're going to win La Liga. They're going to try and win the They'll win the Champions League. Why? Because they know they're a big club. Big clubs don't go 11 points clear, 8 points clear. Calling Mo Salah one of the, Van Dijk one of the great. Can you imagine? Van Dijk one of the greatest defender of all time. Yeah. Trent, one of the best right back in the world. Salah, one of the greatest winger Premier League has ever seen. Diaz, one of the best wingers on this side. McAllister, one of the best midfielders. Konate, one of the international player. And you're telling me you're going out there and say, "Oh, we're just lucky. I'm just taking one game at a time." Leicester went clear, and they said their fans were like, "We win this league."
Yeah.
Leicester
It's the
City,
scarring.
if
It's the scarring.
Liverpool fans win the league, they just did what Leicester did. They fluked it.
Yeah.
Because everyone was weak. I'll not agree.
I'm very disappointed in Mike. Mike used to talk like, hey, if I'm gonna be a fan of my club, why can't I be a fan and expect them to win and encourage them along the way? He's changed. He's changed a lot. And I think it is the scarring. I think it is the whole branding of the leopard in the tree. All these Liverpool fans are buying it. Hey, let them move this way. There's a reason why when you talk with chest, you got to defend with chest, and that's why you're able to go out and not only win back-to-back prems, but a three-peat onto a four-peat. Because you know what? When you put everything on the line, when you verbalize, you manifest, when you say things, they deliver. So you Liverpool fans keep moving scared. Keep not talking about it. Keep not creating your own reality because mind over matter, but it's cool. Pablo came through like a super sub. Anything you want to say, Pablo, with regards to
I just
Twitter
want to
X
say,
Spaces?
Twitter
Preview.
Spaces, don't get me started. I've rattled so many Liverpool fans today. I rattled the hell out of them. Like, I was telling them, listen, Sunday you're gonna get beat. That's it. This streak that you have, enjoy. But the end result, the end of the season, is what matters. It's not what happens now. Anyway, so I told them straight, if you're gonna win the league title, go win it. And they're not saying it with chest. Later, they're avoiding the question. They're debunking it. They're with something else. They're saying, "Oh, what about the 115 charges and all this stuff?"
Oh my goodness.
And they're
Listen,
asking,
Pablo.
but you know Foden. I need Foden to do a masterclass because Foden, you have been shit. I'm sorry. I love you, Foden, but
Whoa,
you've been
whoa,
so
whoa, whoa,
Vega, you see what we
whoa,
was talking about
whoa,
earlier?
whoa,
Vega, you see what we was
He has
talking
been
about earlier?
horrible.
Pablo.
He has been
No,
horrible.
no,
He needs to
no,
do well.
no,
I'm sorry.
Vega,
Pablo,
you see what we was talking about earlier?
Pablo, you're getting checked on this
You're
one. You're getting
dead,
checked on this
man.
one. No.
You've been dead.
No, you got
Dead
to
food.
get checked on this one. Listen,
I told you, Vega, man. I told you, man.
So, Conway, I respect Conway because he didn't put out any names. Conway didn't put out any names, but he did say that some of our fan base are moving mad when it comes down to Phil Foden. Listen, we're 11 games in.
I'm onto him.
Pablo, we're 11 games in.
But I'm still onto him.
What do you mean you're onto him?
He needs to do better. I'm sorry, it's Manchester City quality.
Okay.
He has to be better. He has to be better.
He has to do better.
Otherwise, we're going to go in January and get worse. Why are we looking for a number 10 then?
What do you mean? We're not looking for a 10.
Looking for another number 10 like a Wirtz. Or
Yo, by the way, I got breaking news. I got breaking news.
Yeah, go ahead.
United are 2-1 down to Bodo Glimt at home. At Old Trafford. United are 2-1 down to Bodo Glimt, but carry on.
Damn.
I know. That's Norwegian. That's Norway's top team.
Bombs. They thought Amram was going to change it.
100%.
Oh, this is crazy. Listen, this show, I want to send you all. He should be doing a watch along. All right. He should be doing a watch along. It's Staffy TV. Let me put his channel in the chat. And when you're there, please spam 4Pete. All right. Go over there and spam the 4Pete. Let me find his channel. I'm going to talk it through real quick. Pablo, I don't like this, Phil Foden. We're going to talk.
Yeah,
because
we'll spaces.
that's messed up. Let me click on this guy's channel. Right.
He's not been performing.
Oh, the way you're moving is wild. All right, I just put in Staffy's channel in the comments real quick. So hopefully that opens up. You're still here. But listen, everybody, hit that like before you go. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to do these shows on the regular. I got a fantastic panel. I got Kim, Conway, Professor Hamza, Pablo. We all link up, whether it's Twitter X Spaces, whether it's YouTube channels and shows. Professor, obviously, he has his channel. His link up is in the description, as well as everyone else as well. Go to Staffy TV, drop 4Pete. 4Pete. Hit him 4Pete. Raid the comments. Say you're here from Vader Games TV. Drop the 4Pete. Yo, love to each and every one of you. I gotta scoot off and go pick up my kids real quick. But love as always. Everyone in the chat, respect on the comments. Thanks for being a part of the show. Kim, Conway, Professor, Pablo, bless guys. We'll link up. Enjoy the outro.